like going back to our previous conversation, when you can kind of trial it in your area, if someone's walking around singing it, you know you did a good job. So
definitely. Now, do you all participate in writing, or is it pretty much you, and then, you know, you start it and they take over a little bit, put their inputs?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much, you know, I kind of find the progression and I write the lyrics, and when we bring it to the band, we kind of just, you know, we part it more out. You know, those unique hits and stops. You know, we all feel as a band. But that's our writing process.
Well,
now, what do you write about? Go ahead, Pam.
No, that's right. Go ahead.
What inspires your songwriting, and what topics do you typically write about?
You know, there's a few ways that come. Obviously, like anyone else, you have your own experience that you feel will fit the song. But a lot of times, a lot of my hooks just come from walking around and hearing conversations. You know, I have my iPhone where I just take out the notes and put it in. That's where a lot of songs grow from. But then you input your own experience to that hook, and that's how your songs are created.
Do lyrics come first or the music?
It depends. The majority of the time, the music usually comes first for me. I'll have that music melody or progression that drives the song, and I kind of sit there and just hum to it, really, and lyrics kind of fall into place. If I can't find a hook or write a song within like the first 5-10 minutes, it's not my day.
Do you usually put it off to the side and get back to it at another time?
Oh yeah, you know, I've written a song where I was like, this doesn't fit this at all. What am I doing? And you know, further down the road, it will fit something else. Trouble on Heels, for instance, on this CD was rewritten about 4 times. To me, I was, you know, you're right. You have your music and then you're singing it, and you're like, yeah, this is sick. And all of a sudden you hear it back and you're like, no, it's not. You know, but then further down the road, you never want to lose your lyrics, man. It will always fit something. So
that's
good
idea. Good advice. Yeah, good advice.
Well, Mike and I wanted to congratulate you because you were named one of the top 100 guitar players you should know by TrueFire. What's it like to have such a huge recognition?
Well, I mean, the people I was categorized with, it's an honor to be with them. It was a whole voting process. A lot of people voted for me to be on there, and like I said, it's an honor to be recognized as a guitarist, to be known, and just keep me determined to keep my chops up and not suck at gigs.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's so funny.
I'm sorry.
Who would you credit with as having taught you the most about music?
You know, who really got me started in the genre, I would say Sam Bluesman Taylor. You know, my whole rhythm playing really came from him. He did a lot of gospel, a lot of funk. You know, and when you're like 12, 13 years old, you're like, what is that? I don't get it. But, you know, so like just that feel really came from him. You know, but everyone I've worked with, and especially when I was younger, I was just like a sponge. You know, I would sit there and absorb any lick that I heard and kind of try to make it my own. And that was always my thing. Whoever I worked with, I really kind of just wanted it to be me, you know. So anyone that I studied, I wanted to be unique and be like, oh, you know, that guitar, like there are trucks, You know, you can hear a single note and you're like, oh, that's Derek Trucks. Like that's what I always wanted. You know, oh my God, that's JP. But you know, Sam Bluesman Taylor really helped me in that. My later years, Frank Latore, harp player for Johnny Winter. I was in a band with him in New York, and a lot of my edgier side came from him. And we played for about 3 years together. And you know, he's a great guitar player. He's like a guitar player trapped inside a harp. He's a harp player trapped inside it. How should I put it? I always say it wrong. I gotta write it down and practice it, right?
Well, we know the guy's trapped somewhere.
Yeah,
he's
right.
Trapped somewhere. I don't know where the guy is. Somewhere crying for help. No, he's an amazing guitarist and he's an amazing harp player. But you know, he's just a wicked harp player, and he has that edge to him, and that's where I kind of got that from him. And then a lot of my songwriting. I was a sideman for Caroline Aiken in Georgia for a few years until this project. Now we're touring and stuff. But a lot of my songwriting came from her. She's known for putting the Indigo Girls together. She's in the Georgia Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, she was nominated for a Grammy. But she's an amazing songwriter. And I feel like being her sideman for the last couple of years really strengthened my writing.
That's pretty fantastic. So we've talked about influences some. I'm curious, you guys are on tour, 3 guys, musicians, they know their stuff. What are you guys listening to in the van? Like right now, what were you listening to before you pulled over the side of the road?
Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. No. Actually, it's not a joke.
There you go.
It was the only thing on the radio. I admit it. It's okay. Well, Shia Blood was the drummer. He started out in a metal band. So yeah, it's, you know, we got some metal playing, and Tony Hashi, the bass player, played in a lot of country bands, and you know, he's just well-rounded in playing funk stuff and things like that. So, you know, it's all different. I'm a big Dave Matthews fan. I love like jam bands and things like that, and you know, some heavier side of me, I like 3 Days Grace and stuff like that. But we're just a whole bunch of different styles, you know. That's how
it sounds like you all bring something different to the table. I can hear the jam influence in some of your solos a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, growing up in the jam circuit, I was always used to stretching out. So
yeah,
and a lot of people I listen to, it's just, you know, it's awesome to be able to play 10-minute songs, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, who would you do just about anything to be able to play with, alive or dead?
Ooh, wow, I was never asked that. That's a good question. Wow. That's tough. Yeah, I always wanted to play with Clapton. That's one person that I idolize. I never met. And I always want to sit down and have a conversation and be able to share the stage with him. I would probably say Clapton.
Yeah, he's awesome, that's for sure. I don't know anybody that doesn't like him or has been influenced by him in their songwriting.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, definitely. He's just, you know, he's Clapton, so.
Legendary.
Yeah, that's it. Now, if you were to write a song or somebody else was to write a song about your life, what would it be called?
Van breaking down. Probably write a song about my life. I don't know. Probably living the dream. You know, a few people that I've met on the road, they stopped us and they were like, "Man, I'm in my 30s now. I just had a kid. I just got married, and and I'm a plumber, and I wish I could do what you do. Being on the road, having fun, and
right.
doing what you love. So probably living a dream. It's
That's perfect.
It's amazing to be able to play, to make money and create a business over something that you love and enjoy and be able to share and entertain other people with.
Definitely. Not a lot of people can say that. So, I mean, even at our regular humdum jobs, a lot of times we daydream of doing something else, what we really want to do, and it's all up to you and whether you make that happen.
Yeah, exactly. If you put your time, your effort, and strive to do what you want, you can do anything.
Most definitely. Now, after this tour is over with, you guys going to have some downtime and then go on tour again, or what are you going to be doing?
Well, as of right now, I know we're going to probably stay local for November, and then then the holidays come. But I know we're working out a Florida tour in April, and I'm sure we'll be hitting the road all in between that. But there's never downtime in this project.
Yeah. Always making music.
Yeah, either writing and trying to record new stuff, or like traveling 300 miles to play a couple gigs and come home. So like little mini tours.
Yeah. Keep yourself busy. I'd like to let our listeners know to follow the band on Twitter at JPBlues, and it's BLUZ. Also check out their website at jpbluesband.com and like their Facebook page, facebook.com/JPBlues. Mike, I think you had another question before we let them go.
I had one more. Yes, we're talking about downtime, and of course my favorite thing to do in my downtime is eating. So what's your favorite food? What do you like to eat?
I love eating too, and I think everyone can say that in this band.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The tours must be fun.
We stayed at a hotel last night, and there was a continental breakfast. We're like, yes. but favorite foods, being from New York, I have to say pizza and bagels. Like anyone that knows me, pizza and bagels. And when I moved to Georgia, it was I was going through withdrawals. I would say that. But
yeah,
it was tough to let go of the New York pizza and the New York bagels. But yeah, that would definitely be it.
Well, I could see where going on tour would be fun because, number one, you could probably find the pizza and the bagels, and two, you can find all the other great stuff that every part of the country has to offer. I would not eat at I would not eat at a chain restaurant when I'm on the road because there's so many great local things that you can discover. I'm envious of you because you get to go discover them.
Oh, shit. You sound just like my drummer. He's like, he never wants to eat at a chain. He's like, come on, let's go to something different. And I'm like, but it's quick. And he's like, no, it's not worth it. But yeah, no, definitely. If I could have another job, I would definitely do that man versus food or
I love
or
that show.
something,
Yeah.
Get paid, make a living eating. My God.
Yeah.
I always say that the person with the best job in the world is probably Guy Fieri because he gets paid to drive around in a convertible Camaro eating on camera.
Yes, I agree with you there.
Yeah, diners and drive-ins. Diners and drive-ins. I watch that often, and I think to myself, God, I'd love to take a road trip and just go to each and every one of those different places he's been to because it makes you drool when you're watching the show.
Yeah, seriously, and it's when you can't have it, it's no fun.
Right? Yeah.
Sitting there, you're like, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to close the show with two of your songs, Holy Roller and Another Time. Would you like to say a little bit about each song before I let you go?
Holy Roller is an original song. It's kind of an old school verse